Well, we'll go with it. All right. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another live Saturday morning. Feeling good out here. Thought I'd hop on here and talk about something that I've never really talked about. Well, not never really, never ever talked about on my channel. But it's semen retention. And like the title says, I unintentionally tried this. And I experienced some of these benefits that I've seen spoken about on YouTube. But you know me, I'm a deep dude, so everything kind of has a message. And so just to kind of break it down a little bit. So I was in a situation here for about 4 months, and I just came out of this about a month and a half ago. So what was interesting is that I noticed, man, is that, and I'm trying to be mindful of my language in this video too, and certain words that I might want to use. I don't want to get demonetized or have YouTube kind of tripping on me. But I've tried this like twice in my life, and both times are unintentional. It's not like I'm a semen retention guru or anything like that, and but I am somebody who, as you know, if you watch my channel, that I'm all about conquering yourself. I'm all about trying to improve who you are, evolve, be better, and overcome like traps and problems and stuff that we may encounter. So I've learned that, watching the adult videos, releasing all the time, for me, and this is just my personal view on it. When you're doing that constantly, man, it changes like your view of how you see the world and how you see women too. It's very interesting, man. You see women in like this weird light, man, because when you're subjecting yourself to these videos all the time, it like corrupts you in a way. It starts to like really, it warps how you see them. So what I noticed, man, is that, so it was a few months back where I was in this situation, I was hanging out with a woman, and so I'm releasing more. And what I noticed was, because I was familiar with semen retention at this time, and I had even talked to her about it too. And so I had noticed I was releasing more, obviously, because I'm hanging out with somebody, but I was feeling drained. And like I said, I'm not like a scientist or anything like that, but I was feeling more drained, and it was almost like I was feeling scattered. Like my mind, my brain, my workouts were kind of off. They were not as consistent as I would have liked them to be. And I'm not blaming the woman or anything like that, but it's also like I was noticing, like, damn, is it because I'm busting more frequently? And I could literally feel it in me, where it's like the drive was kind of being sucked out of me. No, that sounds crazy, but it's kind of like that drive was like the drive to get to the gym. It's like my focus was just off a little bit. And I was going through this for like the whole, it was like a 4-month window that we was kicking it. And there was times where I would try to engage with her and try not to release, but we all know how hard that is. But ultimately what I'm saying is, I was hanging out with her, releasing more, feeling scattered, feeling just not sharp, right? And when this thing started to taper off, when this situation started to taper, I wasn't sleeping with anybody. And it was about a month and a half where I wasn't sleeping with nobody. And I don't watch adult content at all either. I stopped watching that quite some time ago. So I'm sharing this to say that I'm noticing that, bro, it was almost like I was getting charged up. It was almost like I was plugged into a charger or something in the wall. And I started feeling this. I started noticing it. And I've experienced this before in the past. Like, there's been times where, I hate to say you're on a dry spell or something, where I'm not actively seeking, women. I'm not on the apps trying to date and be all, I'm just not out here chasing anything, And I've experienced it then too, where when it's not your focal point, when you're not trying to just get laid, and that's not the only thing that's on your mind. So when this situation started to taper off, man, I started to notice I was feeling more charged up, and I also started to notice that like my focus started coming back, and I was able to get back on track with my workouts. Everything started to kind of feel like it was falling back into alignment in a way. But one of those standout things that I noticed was my energy. It was crazy, bro. I remember I was folding laundry one night at like 8:30 in the evening after working all day, taking care of responsibilities. I'm just standing there folding clothes, and I'm like, yo, I feel wide awake. It was almost like I felt like I had drank coffee, but I didn't. And you could just feel it vibrating through you, this energy. So that's like one of the benefits that I really noticed is that you just feel charged up. And I wrote a few other benefits that I experienced, um, doing this unintentional semen retention. We'll kind of just run through them real quick. But one of the other main things that I noticed too, though, bro, this is a powerful one right here. And I think this one will change the game for men if they can really understand what is happening. So like I was saying, when you start watching the adult content, right, you stop putting yourself into this fantasy world all the time, right? Because I used to do this, bro. I used to watch this stuff all the time, man. Releasing once a day, releasing multiple times a day. And now looking back on it, it's like, damn, that's a lot of releasing. Because when your body is doing that, bro, like a lot is going on here, man. I can't get all into the science. I'm not a scientist, but I know that you're releasing your life force energy, bro, and it drains you. So what I noticed is that when I went through this stint of retaining, I noticed that, bro, it is almost like it creates this barrier between me and the interaction that I have with women. Now I'm gonna break this down for you. The barrier that I'm talking about. Hey, y'all, do me a favor. Make sure y'all can. I can't see no comments, but let me know if you can hear me okay on the mic. I got this new mic, and I just want to make sure it doesn't sound all crazy, man. Not too much rustling or anything going on. But yeah, back to what I was saying, bro. It's like this retention, like it created like this barrier between me and women. And what I mean is that it's almost like you become bulletproof to nervousness. Okay. Imagine when you're talking to a chick, and when you're talking to her, it's almost like we try to fall into like what we think she wants to hear. Appreciate you too, Supreme. When you're talking to her, it's almost like we try to act like who we think she wants us to be in that moment. So you're not really moving it in an authentic way. You're trying not to step here. You're trying not to say this. You're trying to be perfect here. And what I noticed about this retention was that you don't give a damn about any of that. It's like I don't really care. I'm just standing here within my solid energy, and I don't care which way this interaction sways. I'm good either way. And that was one of the most powerful things that I had really noticed. It was like I feel like when you're releasing all the time, you release your confidence. You release your ability to stand within discomfort. And you all know when you're talking to a woman sometimes, especially if she's really attractive, if you're really attracted to her, it's almost harder to maintain confidence sometimes. But this retaining, man, I noticed I was like, damn, like nothing is really phasing me. Not even just talking to women, talking to anybody. And this is not to boost my ego up or to talk big about myself, but I work in the customer service industry. So I naturally deal with people all day long. So I've got the reps in on how to talk to people. But like for dudes that don't really do this, that maybe stay to themselves, maybe have a job where they're not interacting with a bunch of people, I think this is like a key thing, man, that you should try. It's not easy to do, obviously, man, especially if you've been doing this for years. If you busting all the time and you watching these adult videos all the time, it's going to be hard to just like flip it like that. But I didn't experience some of these benefits, bro. And it gives you like this, bro. I'm telling you, man, when you're talking to chicks, it's like you don't care how the interaction goes. It's like I'm confident enough in myself to know that I work out, I'm a good looking dude, I'm gonna move on to another one. And it almost makes you you're okay with taking a loss. if that makes any sense. But to get into the list of some of the things that I wrote, man, some of the other things that I experienced is that I experienced more of like a flow state, creating content on YouTube. When you're having the right ideas down, come up with titles, come up with topics, you can get into like this flow state where it's like, it just feels like everything is kind of in alignment, and you're not so easily distracted. And this is what I was experiencing too, when I was like retaining and stuff, when I was, you're not bussing constantly. It's like your energy, you're just kind of locked in, man, and yeah, like the ideas are just flowing. And I don't know, it's just a smooth ride, if that makes any sense. The second one, I kind of already touched on this, man, like feeling charged up, but I wrote down, you have energy out the ass. That's like even my workouts, man. I felt like I don't mean to say like godlike. I know that's pretty strong to say, but I felt like very, very capable is what I would say. I felt extremely capable in the gym. I felt really strong. I felt like powerful in there. I felt like I had all this intensity that I didn't feel in those previous months when I was releasing all the time. So again, I'm not a scientist. I don't know the exact science on this. I've done like some research on this on YouTube too, and there's a ton of videos out there, man. There's a lot of good content on this topic, and but I also have learned that there's not too much like science to back it. But I'm not really like the big science dude, man. I'm into real life experience. If you experience something, tell me about it. Tell me how it helped you in your life. That's the vibe that I come from. And that's the approach I like to take to things in life. But yeah, semen retention, bro. Energy out the ass. What I said, it feels like you drank coffee, but you didn't. The third benefit, man, like I was saying, man, is you are not pressed about women, bro. And you're less stressed about it. I've also noticed being on the dating apps, when you're on the dating apps and you're scrolling a lot, it's crazy how scrolling has become the new way to operate on the phone. Like whether you're on social media scrolling, whether you're on dating apps, you're scrolling, it's like this new format that sucks your brain into shit. And I've noticed that at times I'll find myself like being on the dating app and I'm scrolling and I can feel myself get locked back into this like wormhole of nonsense again. So it's being mindful, and this retaining thing is like, it also improves your awareness. It expands your awareness so that you can even like notice these things are going on. Like, oh shit, I'm being trapped. I'm being sucked into this hole again. I need to kind of pull out of this. And what I'm saying is you don't get pressed about like women so much. Like if you match with somebody on a dating app, I feel like when you're releasing all the time, you're like nervous. You're more like anxious, like waiting on the response. You're waiting on, waiting to hear. You're just you're in anticipation all the time. And I'm noticing that when you retain, you're more locked in. You're more focused on what you need to be focusing on. You're not in that anticipation so much. It's almost like you're not depleting yourself of your resources all the time. It's like it's within you. So it's like you're stronger in a way. It's a beautiful thing, man. And again, I'm not a scientist, bro. I'm just sharing with y'all things that I have experienced. I know there's only a couple people in here, man. I appreciate y'all joining me on this Saturday morning too, y'all. Hey, can y'all do me a favor, man? If you're enjoying what I'm talking about, bro, hit that like button for me. I know I got me one like. I appreciate if y'all just kind of like show some love, man. It really helps the growth of the video, bro, if you're enjoying it. All right. But back to this list here, man. I've noticed that when I'm retaining, also, I don't get pulled into my desires. That's another thing, bro. When you leave the videos alone, bro, stop watching the videos all the time. And you combine that with working out, having somewhat of a healthy lifestyle, retaining your seed and not letting it go freely all the time. When you do that, you're not pulled into like lust. And what I mean is like when you see a woman that you're attracted to, you don't get all like Google, like, oh shit, she is so bad. She is like, it's not like to that level. I feel like when you're watching adult videos all the time, your reactions to things get to that level. you're like super just like, oh shit, I don't even know what to do. I can't even control myself. I need to go rub one off. Like that's how your mindset starts to get. But it's like when you start retaining and not doing all that, and you're not viewing the content, you get to this place where it's like you see a woman and it's like, okay, yeah, she look good, she's attractive, you know what I mean? But it's like this, it's like this evenness that you have within yourself. It's like this calmness, this groundedness, and you're not like pulled into this need to go take care of yourself, or I need to sleep with somebody ASAP. It's almost like you just look at her like a human being, but she's like an attractive human being, and you can sit within that. You can sit within that energetic bubble, man. If that makes any sense to y'all, let me know if this is making sense to y'all. We all quiet up in here, which is cool too. But let me know if y'all, if you're vibing with what I'm even talking about. Have you experienced any of this? Have you tried this? But yeah, I said you're not pulled into your desires, man. And what I mean is that lust, bro. Another benefit, man, is that you just have, well, what I've learned, not you, what I experienced is that I had a lot of clarity, and I felt like I was able to see more clearly in my life. Like I said earlier, man, it was almost like felt scatterbrained when I was releasing all the time, or not all the time, but more frequently than maybe I had been. And when I was retaining, it was like I had more of a sense of clarity, more of a sense of direction, more of a sense of, coming up with the content ideas for this channel. And as y'all know, man, I really enjoy creating content, and I really take this seriously too. So just being able to experience those shifts, it allows me to be more productive in what I'm trying to do with this channel, and life just doesn't feel that heavy, if that makes any sense, man. And I know it's not just strictly from the retaining thing; it's from the other things that I do in my life too. Like if you follow my channel, I talk about body game a lot. And really, body game is just working out, bro. It's just trying to get a nice physique. And I'm not about to take this video into body game. I'm trying to wrap this all up because I think working out, this level of semen retention. Again, I'm not a semen retention guru. You know what I'm saying? But and working on your mental, man, working on like your self-awareness, your emotional intelligence, things like that. I think those are all like a great combination to really allow you to step into your authentic self, man. True version of the man that you should and that you should strive to be, man. And these are just some tools that I picked up on, man. These shits are powerful, bro. But back to what I'm saying here, so I don't get too much off track here. That clarity, it gave me mental clarity. I was able to see clearer. I'm not so distracted by the lust. I'm not so distracted by that pretty girl. I'm not so distracted by problems. It's almost like I can handle the swings of life easier. Yeah, that's just something that I experienced here, man. Also, bro, this is an interesting one. One of the benefits I said is that you can feel energetic dirtiness. All right. I know that's kind of like a profound one, but what I mean is like, it's like you can see people's like energetic field a bit better. Like you can almost feel like, all right, well, this person, me interacting with this person might not necessarily be, I hate to say be good for me, but it's like, it might not be where I want to place my energy. That's what I should say. It's like you become more selective of like where you place your energy too. It's interesting. It's because it's like you're retaining your energy. You're retaining your life force energy. You're not releasing it into a towel or a sock all the time, and you're keeping it inside you. So it's almost like it opens you up in a way where you can see other people's glow, and you can see if that's something that you wanna interact with. Like with women too. You're like, all right, like she looks good, but her energy just don't seem like I would vibe with that. And a lot of us dudes, like, we don't care about that. If she look good, she look good. I'ma still try and get with her. And we don't really it's almost like we don't really care about the important stuff. If that makes sense, we don't care. Like, we just care about how she looks. You got to look at it like, yo, what is her energy like, man? What is she bringing to the table here? You know, in y'all's interactions, do you feel drained when you hang around her? You know, so I think those are like important things to think about, man. But yeah, the last one, I felt like this might upset some people. You know, just the language that I'm using. I tried to stay away from it earlier in here, but it's like I put that you feel godlike, and maybe I could have come up with a different analogy. But it's almost like, it's funny that the cat who's in here, your name is Supreme, man. And I feel like that's kind of how you feel. You feel supreme when you are retaining and not releasing mindlessly, I should say. When you become more mindful with it and you are selective where you are popping off, and when you're popping off, and you're not doing it multiple times a day, every day, you just feel like you got a superpower, man. And that's the only way I can really describe it. It feels like you got superpowers. So I feel like when you couple that with getting in the gym, eating healthy, drinking water, getting good sleep. I just put a video out too on 6 habits to make you feel 15 years younger. And I kind of talk about some of this stuff in that video. So make sure you check that one out too, man. Like, I don't know the age of y'all in here. Maybe y'all are some of like my age. I'm 41. And but maybe you're my age, maybe you're younger, whatever it might be. If you want to feel younger, if you want to perform better and improve, you know, the quality of your life, make sure you check that out, man. But I talk about stuff like that in there: drinking water, eating healthy, getting good sleep. And I want to do something separate where I talk about the semen retention thing, because this is like its own entity, bro. This is its own wave, its own powerful frequency, man. And I just say, just try it, man. It's not easy though. You know, I got to keep it real, bro. It's not easy to do, but nothing in life is easy if you really want to go get it, right? If you're really trying to transform, if you're really trying to step into that powerful version of yourself, ain't shit easy, bro. It's gonna take some dedication. It's gonna take some discipline, right? Fellas, man, do me a favor, y'all. I know I got a couple of likes in here, man. If y'all are enjoying this conversation, man, just go ahead and hit that like button for your boy, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. I'm grateful for y'all. I'm grateful for y'all spending time with me and just having a conversation. So if y'all hit that like button, it also helps the growth of this video and helps it reach more brothers that are just like us, just trying to evolve, just trying to grow, man. And that's what it's about. But that's kind of really all I had, man. I just wanted to hop in here. If y'all got any questions, man, just feel free to drop them in the comments, bro. Trying to see. Let me know y'all thoughts, man. What y'all think about this, bro? Is it BS? Somebody said something, man, but I'm on this weird orientation. I can't even pull up the comments, man. I got to get better with these lives, bro. Yeah. There we go. What do you say? It said makes total. Now I can see it. Makes total sense. I retain often, mix in some meditation daily, and watch everything just fall into place. Let's go, bro. Supreme, killing it. What's my diet like? That's a good question, bro. My diet is that I don't eat bullshit, really. That's like the short answer. Like, I pretty much eat cleanly, man. Like some of the staples, JR, is very real. Yeah, man. That's how I feel too, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not a scientist, but when you do certain things, you know how you feeling. Like, okay, I ain't popped off in about a month and a half, bro, and I feel crazy energetic. But back to your question, Supreme, I don't want to leave you hanging there. My diet, bro, just clean stuff, man. Ground turkey is a staple in there. Salmon is a staple, and these are quick things too, bro. I'm not a chef either, bro. These are just things that I can like cook real quick. Rice, black beans, and kidney beans. I made like a little mixture of the black beans and the kidney beans with onions and garlic in it. Put that over the brown rice. So I'll have that on deck, and I'll just eat that. I'll just cook some salmon. I'll cook either some chicken thighs. Ever consider cutting out meat and dairy? I'll get right back to that. Remind me too, man. I'm trying. Something wrong with how these comments pop up. They like fade away, but I've never really thought about giving up meat, to be honest with you. I really like eating protein, but I have heard it has its benefits too, and how it can help you. But Supreme, just to kind of wrap up what you were asking me, yeah, bro, ground turkey, salmon, rice and beans. I make a lot of shakes too. So I'm big on the shakes. I got like a Ninja blender, and I'll just put like strawberries, blueberries. It's frozen too. These are like frozen fruits that I usually keep on deck. So it'd be like, yo, listen to this shake that I make, bro. This is crazy. Strawberries, blueberries, almonds. I keep sweet potatoes. I buy sweet potatoes, boil them, keep them in the fridge, right? So I'll cut up slices of the sweet potato, add that in the shake. I'll put oatmeal in the shake, peanut butter. Recently, I've been putting some scoops of Greek yogurt in the shake too. I might throw a banana in there, I might not, and I'll put some like protein in there if I have it. I don't always have whey protein as of late. I used to have it all the time, but I'll put some protein in there too. So like I'm getting protein from the almonds, getting protein from the peanut butter, getting protein from the Greek yogurt, and then I get that extra boost if I have the whey protein. So that's like a 30, 40 gram shake, 30, 40 grams of protein shake right there. So, and that's all clean. Everything I just said in there that's an example of all clean ingredients. So eating that, or excuse me, drinking that, bro, right there. And I feel full for like 3.5, 4 hours almost, bro. Like that shit will carry me. And I work at a restaurant too. So I do eat breakfast there. So like sometimes I'll be eating, I eat pretty much the same thing every day. It's like a breakfast bowl. I eat like 3 scrambled eggs. It's got grits. It's got potatoes. I also put I used to put bacon in it often, but I slowed up on the bacon. I'll switch it up. I'll do bacon one day, then I'll do like a veggie sausage just to keep the cholesterol low because I am getting older. And so I eat that pretty much every day with like a pancake. And then so that would be like breakfast. Like I mentioned, I have the shake in there. I do like the salmon in the evening. I eat pistachios. So everything is kind of like clean, but I also go to this Mexican restaurant down the road, bro. Replace the Greek yogurt with some Coco June yogurt and you lit. All right, bet. I'm gonna look into it. I never even heard of that. I'm gonna look into that. I also eat at a Mexican restaurant right down the road, bro. They always got these like daily special. It'd be like a $5 burrito. So I can go in there and give me a chicken burrito, cut out all the cholesterol and go plant-based, my guy. All right, I'll look into it, bro. I don't know, man. I mean, I think I do all right. I don't be eating butter. I don't be eating it's all extra virgin olive oil. But I appreciate the suggestions too. But that Mexican restaurant, bro, they be having the burritos. They got like 49-cent tacos. I don't go there every day, but that's when I say I'm mixing bullshit. All the protein you need is in the plants. Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. Why does this thing keep fading out? I don't like that I can't see the messages completely. But that's what I'm saying. Like I eat clean, but I sprinkle some BS in there. Like that's what I feel. I feel like life is all moderation, bro. You can't be eating nonsense all the time. You're going to get fat. You're going to feel like crap. And you have to eat cleanly for the most part. And just sprinkle in there the fun stuff. That's how I look at it. And being a naturally like you can see I'm a pretty lean dude. If I didn't work out, like I'd be skinny. You know what I mean? Just a skinny dude. But I've been doing this for a few years now. So I think that I've developed enough quality muscle where it's like, even if I stop working out for like 2 to 3 weeks, like, yeah, you slowly start to diminish, but it won't like ever like completely go away just because I've been doing it for so long now. And I'm only sharing that to say is that my body type, I can eat like some BS in there. I feel like we're all a little bit different. A dude might eat some of the shit I'm talking about and feel like he didn't put on 2 or 3 pounds if he ate a couple of tacos from a Mexican spot. You know what I mean? Just we're all kind of different, man. So you got to kind of experiment with yourself and see what works with you and find that line that you can walk to where you're not looking like crap in the mirror and you're not feeling like crap. So I heard a YouTuber, he always says, man, you got to be your own scientist. Dante Young is his name, and he talks about semen retention. That's what his channel is about. But he always says you got to be your own scientist. So check him out too, man, if you're like digging the content that this live was kind of about, man. But yeah, I appreciate those suggestions, Supreme. Fellas, again, bro, I hate to be like begging y'all for likes, man, and I don't even really consider this begging. This ain't begging. I'm just saying, if y'all digging the content, if it's really resonating with you, go ahead and hit that like button for you if you haven't already. I know I only got a few heads in here. Again, I appreciate y'all, and yeah, just smash that like button for your boy so this video can grow, man. But it's Saturday morning, man. I just wanted to hop on here, talk about these benefits of semen retention, what I've experienced. It's a powerful thing, bro. It's very real, like the homie JR said. And this is not something I'm gonna be like I said, I don't be like having like a calendar. Oh yeah, I did it for this long. I did it for this amount of days. Like, nah, like you can feel it, you know, and right now I'm kind of like, I'm not really actively out here. You know, I'm talking to somebody, you know what I'm saying? So this streak or whatever you want to call it might end. What do you say? Check out Yaki Awaken, Marcus and Paul. Okay. They talk about it too. I just stumbled across another channel yesterday, bro, called Testosterone Growth. And you would think the channel is strictly about testosterone. I think it is about testosterone, but he talks about it in a very unique way. And the video I stumbled across, man, about semen retention, man, it was an amazing video, bro. You ever like stumble across a YouTuber, you see one video, and it's like you just start binging, it pulls you into like everything they've created. So that's kind of what happened yesterday. Testosterone Growth. Real chill dude sitting on the couch talking about semen retention, benefits, how it improves your, just a lot of things, bro. How it improves your aura. Some of the things I'm talking about in this video. But yeah, Supreme, sounds like you on your journey too, bro. Sounds like you out here growing. And I work out at work 4 days a week and rest for 3. I work night shift. I've turned my job into my gym, all calisthenics gains. Wow. What do you do for like calisthenics, bro? Like first thing that comes to my mind is like push-ups. What else are you doing? You work third shift too? Bro, more power to you, man. I have never been a fan of third shift. I feel like a vampire when I tried to work that in the past. But good for you, man. And to be able to work a third shift job and still make time for working out, that's what I'm talking about, bro. That type of stuff is what separates you from the rest of dudes, bro. Hold on one second, y'all. My neighbor's little daughter is over here. Hey, good morning. Jason's he's kind of still like laying around because it's still early. So he's still laying down. He may come out here a little bit later. You doing all right this morning? All right. But what was I saying? Don't remind me. Help me get back on track. Was I saying Supreme? No, I was talking about JR was saying how he does calisthenics at work. Yeah, bro. I gotta give you some props on that, bro, because book recommended, Man's Higher Consciousness by. Man, I never heard of that one, bro. You got a gang of things, Supreme. I ain't heard that one. It sounds like a dope book and right in my wheelhouse. I'm about to look that one up too. Speaking of books, bro, I've talked about them before, man, but The 4 Agreements, one of the best books ever written. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, another great one too, bro. Like if you're trying to raise your level of consciousness, man, and really understand yourself, I need to do another live on like the power of mindset. That's what it is too, bro. A lot of our problems come from our mindset. That shit started up here, man. And once I started discovering that, bro, I feel like just become untouchable in a way. Once you become more self-aware of what is going on in your head, you can kind of like really control what's going on in the world out here, bro. Appreciate that suggestion, Supreme. I'm hoping that I'll be able to go back and see. Yeah, it's worth checking out. And that 4 Agreements, man, is a very easy read. It's a very thin book, bro. It's like this big, bro. But it's powerful, man. It packs a punch. But yeah, bro, mindset. It's everything. I know I'm talking about semen retention in this one, so I don't want to get like drift into a whole nother tangent. But all this stuff is connected. If you're on the journey, you already know, bro. It's all connected, man. It's all about mindset. Push-ups, pull-ups, dips, rows, squat. How you do rows as far as calisthenic? You also lift heavy at times at work. Where you work at? You work at a gym? Like it sounds like you got access to equipment somehow. Are you bringing this with you? And I'm curious how you do rows in a calisthenic kind of realm. And I'm asking the questions, and I'm a certified trainer too. But I do like some band work too. Like I go to a gym and I lift weights and stuff too. But I also do like band work at the house. I don't know if y'all familiar with Mind Pump. That's another channel, bro. That shit it's a brilliant channel, man. Mind Pump. And they always got great content, great value. And they be talking about these trigger sessions. Man, it's getting crazy at the warehouse. For real, bro. Killing it at the warehouse. I don't know if y'all heard of Mind Pump, bro. Supreme, you work out? I didn't hear you say any comments about that. Not that you need to. I was just curious. But Mind Pump, you talking about trigger sessions, man. Talking about how like if you work out, it's like an in-between session using bands. I got a couple of bands at the crib. So like on a day where I won't go to the job, I would not go to the job. On a day where I won't go to the gym, I'll do like a trigger session where you're doing the band work. You're doing like bicep curls, doing some bent over rows with the band. And oh, that's what's up. I figured you did, Supreme. I'd be surprised if you said you don't work out, just how you talking. But the band work, which like gets the blood into the muscles on those days where you're not actually going to the gym, bro, which actually keeps the blood flowing, keeps the nutrients going to the muscles. And I found it to be very beneficial, bro. Like you get like a nice little quick pump. You don't do it's not like a workout, but you're just like filling the muscles and just kind of keeping that growth going on those in between days. So I found that to be very helpful too, man. Trigger sessions is what they're called. But yeah, check out that channel, Mind Pump, man. But yeah, man, I just wanted to hop on here real quick, man. If y'all ain't got no more questions, man, appreciate y'all. I know it's only a couple heads. I've said this like 7 times, man. Hit that like button if you're just popping in here and you haven't already smashed that like button for your boy. I appreciate y'all. Leave me some comments. Let me know what topics y'all want to hear, man. It's all about conquering yourself, bro. One day at a time. Yesterday, did a quick back workout, pull downs, rows, deadlifts, followed by 1 mile on a treadmill at 8 miles an hour. Something, bro said something light. Something light. That's what's up. Supreme, how old are you, bro? I'm curious if you don't mind putting your age out there. If I was to take a guess, you're probably 38. Just from the wisdom you're dropping in this live, bro. But I'm curious. JR, keep going, man. Keep killing it in the warehouse. Bro got a whole workout plan. You should probably start like a YouTube channel too, bro. Like warehouse workouts or something, bro. Said no. He said I use these metal carts. Damn, Supreme, bro. Can't. Oh man, bro. I appreciate that, man. Bro, you were the first like 30. You were the first person to ever like drop me like some bread like that, bro. That is like dope. I really appreciate that. Damn, bro. That means a lot, dude. That means a lot, homie. It's not even about the money, bro. What it's about is like, no, it is about the money because that's your hard-earned money that you just gave to me. But it's about the fact that you are resonating with this conversation so much to the point that you decided to like throw me a couple dollars, bro. Like, damn, that's crazy. The power of YouTube, bro, and the power of like connecting with people, man. That shit is crazy, bro. That's all I'm gonna do, man. That's all I'm gonna do. Just keep going, bro. That's what it's about, bro. That's why I hopped on here, man. I woke up Saturday morning. Keep doing that, man. You too, bro. Avide Sound. I remember seeing you pop in here, man. You keep going too, bro. I'm gonna just keep making the content. And I'm really big on this conquering yourself, man. That's like my mantra now, man. Conquer yourself because everything out here starts with us first. It starts with our mindset, bro. I used to be a slave to my mindset, bro, and how I thought, overthinking, being weak-minded, bro. And when you're like that, it's always gonna be like problems. Or it's not that it's always gonna be problems. You're not even gonna be able to handle the problems. So I had to like learn how to improve my mindset, how I think. One thing that I always say, bro, is don't believe everything you think. That shit is like, a lot of us are we so wrapped up in our head. Like, we mad the girl didn't text us back. We mad that our coworker said something to us sideways. This is because of how we think about it. The story that we create about what happened. Once I learned that, bro, stop taking everything so personally, Bryce. Stop making the story so much bigger than it needs to be in your head, bro. Once I started understanding that and putting that into practice in my life, bro, it changed everything for me. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Body game is everything too, man. It's like mindset, body game, these other little things I'm talking about too, semen retention. You know, these are what I feel like build us up from the inside, dude. Your mind creates your reality in real time. Yes, sir, bro. That's what I'm talking about. It starts with your mindset, man. It's crazy, dude. But yes, body game too, bro. I'm glad that that you enjoy the videos on body game, man. It's funny too, man, when I make those body game videos, because like I enjoy making them, but like I'm also not trying to like trap myself into a hole of like just talking about like, yes, your thoughts can affect your mood, as they say. Yes, bro. Your thoughts affect how you feel. But I'm also not trying to pigeonhole myself into like the body game guy. Because as y'all know, y'all see my content. Like my content is deep. My content is it's deeper than just lifting some weights. My content is about what comes out of lifting those weights. So I try to make the connection of talking about body game. And body game is a term that was started by Ron Wills. If y'all don't know, like I didn't start this term or anything. Ron Wills, check out his YouTube channel, OG. If you click on his channel, you'll see him. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just look at him. He looked like an older brother that like just kicks knowledge, like somebody's older uncle. But I believe he started the term. Even in some of his videos, he says that he didn't start the term, but I'm pretty sure he made it like what we all know what we all know it to be on YouTube. So I try to stay true to like what he talks about. You know, body game is really like it's working out. It's really like, you know, you get women too, because women are naturally attracted to a certain physique. But he also talks about how body game empowers you as a man. And that's the lane that I try to take with that body game stuff, man. It's about empowering yourself, dude. It's about building your self-respect, your self-worth. Because I think a lot of us men, we overlook that. A lot of us don't even know how to do it. A lot of us, like, we're so trapped in the hamster wheel of like going to work, taking care of family, that we overlook our physical well-being. And once you start prioritizing that and start really focusing on like your physical well-being, bro, as well as your mental well-being, this stuff starts to just transform how you operate in life, bro. That's another thing. I like to call it like your internal operating system. Once you can really tap into that, bro. Once you can really tap into that, things start to change, man. And I'm not saying like you're gonna be a millionaire. I ain't no damn millionaire. I got me a regular job. You know what I'm saying? You know, trying to grow a YouTube channel and trying to understand the learning curve of it, et cetera, et cetera. But what I'm saying is like it all starts with your mindset. You can take the swings of life, man, easier, and things aren't so heavy. But yo, fellas, I appreciate y'all spending some time with me this morning, man. Again, if you're in this live still, man, and you haven't hit that like button, man, go ahead and smash that like button. I appreciate y'all. I'll probably try and get another one of these done here in the next few days when I feel called to do it. But yeah, bro, I like engaging in this way too, like in real time. So yeah, bro, y'all keep it going, man. Y'all keep me motivated. Again, my guy, Supreme, hit me with the first, I don't even know I guess that's called a super chat. Man, you were the man, bro. Like that's love right there. And I appreciate you, bro. But I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, all right? And I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna holla.